Today marks 1116 day sharing lessons I have learned and continue to learn with all of you. My hope is that these insights will inspire you to support your dreams and really allow you to achieve your goals, empowering you to become the person that you want to be. Today I will speak about a topic that's what to do when you don't have anything to say. What to do? I think there's a lot of reasons that when we do not have anything to say, we have a person in front of you, you have a friend, you a stranger, acquaintance, whatever it is, like you sit in that room with one person and you don't have anything to say. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Some are positive, some are negative, and today I want to really discuss what are those reasons when you are with other person, but you sit in silence. So number one is the silence is that a reflection of internal conflict. Silence is a reflection of internal conflict. So what do I mean by that? It might be that you have very, very high standards, maybe even perfections that you do not want to say something bad. That means that you have a filter what is good and what is bad. And if that the thoughts that's coming into your mind is below your standard, you will not say anything. So when you say that you don't have anything to say, what you say is that, like, I don't have anything above my standard to say. Because you want to say something smart, something intelligent. You don't want to look stupid. And that's why all the ideas, great ideas that could be great to say something, you disregard because they are below your standard. So that means that is a bad thing. Because how are you supposed to know what is good, what is bad? Who created that standard? It might be that the standard is too high to actually follow it. And one of the sentences I would love to read that I truly believe that is represents is, there's so much swirling in my mind, but none of it seems to make sense enough for words. So that means that all the things that it's coming to your mind, but it seems that it doesn't make sense enough for your standards, so you don't say anything. Second thing that I want to really look at is that discover this connect between thoughts and words. Disconnect between thoughts and words. So that means that you have so many great ideas, perspectives that you want to share. But when you actually want to put them in your words, you are not able to find actually good words to represent your thoughts, your ideas. And that's a massive disadvantage. I've been in there so many times. That's the start of my journey of public speaking and YouTube. Like, look into me speaking 3 years ago. Look into my first lessons. You can tell by my eyes that I'm still thinking constantly to how we're supposed to share what I want to share. And I think that we need to really develop that understanding, okay, how we can really connect our thoughts with our ability to communicate. And that's a massive skill set. And we need to work on that. And what I love the sentence is that there is something profound I want to share, but I can't seem to grasp the words to do it justice. So you have something profound to share, but you just don't find the words to explain that. Third thing that I want to mention is existential silence. The weight of nothingness. Sometimes even you are with other person in a room, but you just don't want to speak. Because you have just so many ideas in your mind, existential ideas, and it just seems that everything, the ideas about something is crushing you, and you sometimes even don't care that other person is in the room. Because you just have so many ideas in your head. It might be that the person that's in your room is the person that wants to speak in one vision and you speak other vision. And it's all to find something not to have that common ground because you have total different directions. So that means that existential silence is that we don't have something in common. Although that the majority of people could find something common ground, no matter where you're going, you can potentially find common ground. But at some point, I think that it's okay. So there is a kind of weight to the silence. Like it's reminding us that nothing lasts forever. So sometimes just thoughts of big things that doesn't allow you to really have that connection right now. And maybe be just not present right now because there's a lot of things going on in your life that doesn't allow you to be fully present. And that sometimes is okay. Sometimes is okay. Number 4 is that the need of solitude in the presence of another. The need of solitude in the presence of another. Have you ever been going through stuff in your own life, doesn't understand something, bad things happen, and you want to have solitude? That means you want to go through your mind, to understand things. At that moment, it doesn't matter who is in the room, that means you don't reject that person. It might be that the person that you are in the room is the most important person in your life. The most important person in your life, but still doesn't get a piece of you because you just want to have solitude. Every single person deserves solitude because we sometimes need to reflect, have awareness. And it's okay that we are in a room with some other person. We still are able to really have that solitude. It's very important. So I don't know if I'm ready to share what's inside me right now. There's there's a part of me that just needs to be alone with these thoughts for a bit. I will repeat one more time because it's such a powerful sentence. I don't know if I'm ready to share what's inside me right now. There's a part of me that just needs to be alone with these thoughts for a bit. That means that it might be that you just want to really put those thoughts together. What exactly happened? And when you're able to be in a solitude with other person in the room and reflect your thoughts, sometimes it's a very powerful thing to do. Because when you're going through stuff, sometimes support is just being in the same room. Being in the same room and not saying anything, not asking questions, not saying anything could be the most important support. But that's all okay. Number 5 that I want to mention is confronting vulnerability. Confronting vulnerability. So that what I mean by that is that sometimes we are silent because we have very deep conversation and we just don't want to really share anymore. We want to be silent because if we say something that we could really confront with vulnerability, we don't want to share too much, to be too vulnerable, to overshare, because that could really tell that maybe we do not know all things. Maybe we didn't figure out things out. That means that we don't want to be seen weak. And that's why we sometimes protect ourselves by not saying anything at all. And that's, of course, that is a wrong reason not to share, because I learned that vulnerability is important because vulnerability shows that you are very strong. Now, I understand that some people deserve your vulnerability, maybe some do not, and it's earned. But vulnerability for me is always massive strength, being able to share what you're going through. So the sentence that I chose for this one is that sometimes the silence feels like a protection against saying something too honest, too vulnerable. So silence is a protection. Protection from really opening up. Protection from being too honest and too vulnerable. But you'll never be able to too honest or too vulnerable with people that you care about. Number 6, and the next one that I want to mention is that the fear of being not understood. So fear of not being understood. It might be that in the past you shared and you poured your heart and someone didn't understand. And said, look, I don't understand what you're saying. Or maybe what you shared, they did it whole different. So they disregard your boundaries, they understand what you care about. And of course, it might be that there is a hurt in you that you feel that if you will share something, they will never understand. There's a lot of different things that could be not understood, but I think that we need to understand that if someone didn't understand you, it might be that it is their problem, their inability to understand, not yours. Not yours. Now, we understand that it could be your responsibility. If you didn't communicate really well, that's your responsibility to develop your communication skills. But again, this is a lesson that you're able to be proud of. You're aware of it. You know where you've been in the past. And now when you develop, you become better. You're able to communicate, express yourself in a much higher level. Of course, it's a great thing. But again, the fear of not being understood is totally normal. And I think there are a lot of people who experience that, who never been understood enough. I've seen it a lot of times. And of course, we're able to work on that. So the sentence that I chose for this one is that there's a part of me that wants to share this, but I am unsure if you truly understand. I will repeat more of that. There's a part of me that wants to share this, but I'm unsure if you will truly understand. So some people don't share their thoughts not because they don't want it, but because they feel that you will not understand. They don't share because they feel that no one will understand them. Now, of course, if no one understands them, that means that that's on them who doesn't share. But if one person in that room will not understand, this could be for both sides. It might be that that person never understands, not able to be empathetic, not be able to be for that person. And of course, that is truly a fear of not being understood. Number 7 is that the power of the present moment, the power of present moment. And this is a powerful thing not to say anything as well. Being able to really sit by the lake and not say anything. I think this is a powerful thing sometimes, really being in the present moment, being able to see the forest, the lake, the birds flying, being able to hear maybe some kind of fountain, being able to be so present that you can hear everything. You're able to really see the leaves going by the water and not needing to really communicate that moment. Sometimes it's a very, very powerful thing to be so present that even words is not necessary to enjoy that moment together with other person. So there is something deeply satisfying about just being here with no need to explain it. Very powerful statement. You don't need to explain how beautiful it is. You both will make it feel how beautiful this moment is. And last one, number 8 that I want to mention is that the silent search for meaning. The silent search for meaning. That means that it might be that something happened just a moment ago, a day ago, a week ago. And in your mind, you do not understand what exactly happened yet. What it happened. And because you don't understand that, you search for meaning. You're asking questions. What? Why? Who? Where? And because you didn't answer that, you still need that search for meaning. And that you're silent because you're looking for the answers. And it's okay not to really speak too much. Because you're still looking for that meaning, looking for reflection, awareness, understanding. That's totally fine. It's totally fine not to share things until you really connect with that experience by yourself. It's great to share it, but sometimes it requires some time to find the meaning by yourself as well. And the sentence that I chose for this is there is a feeling I'm sitting with, but it's not fully formed yet. I'm still searching for the words. It's powerful, powerful. That means that we're still searching for the words. We're still searching for the words to explain what exactly happened. I think that every single person have experienced things in life that they don't understand yet. It requires some time, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months. There's some things that happens in our lives that devastates us in a deep core, and we still live 6 months and we're still asking questions. What exactly did it happen? And it's totally normal not to share about that experience for a long time and live in silence until you find that meaning and able to share. So today's topic was, I think that's very, very interesting. I never thought about it because I think that when I share every single day, I share a lot of things, and sometimes we just don't have anything to say, and it's totally fine not to share. And sometimes being is more than enough. So I hope you reflect as well. What are the main reasons that you feel that out of words? Because if you feel out of words because you have too high standards, or maybe you're not able to communicate what you're thinking yet, those are not good things. But if you start to enjoy a moment and you really find the meaning, there's a good things that's why you don't want to share as well. When you really understand, okay, the good reasons and bad reasons, and you avoid all those bad things and really focus on the good things while you are silent, I think that's a beautiful way of living. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.